Fire everyone, all of them.
What's going on, Canes fans? I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be straight up, blunt, and honest. I don't feel like being here. I don't feel like filming this video. I just feel beaten down and defeated. And even though I predicted a loss in this game, I saw it coming from a mile away. I didn't hit the nail on the head. I was a little off. Miami lost 38-17, and I predicted 34-24. Even though I saw it coming, it doesn't hurt any less. It doesn't make me any less upset. And to all those Canes fans that came at me in my comment section and told me, Coop, you're not a fan because you don't believe in this team. Bro, I predicted this because over the last 2 weeks, the Canes had not shown me anything. They didn't give me a reason to predict a win in this game. And here we are. Here we are. And I did just want to say that to the start of this video, like a lot of you guys are probably laughing and making jokes. You know, Coop did a little skit falling out of the garbage can. That was the second time today I fell out of that garbage can, and it was not on purpose. It was not some little skit or bit that I was doing to try to make you guys laugh. I actually fell during my live stream today during the game in that garbage can and busted my head on the skateboard behind me and busted my lip. And here it is. Here's what happened. And then I wanted to kick off this video by popping out of the garbage can and saying, fire everyone, all of them, just clean house. I don't even care anymore. But then the garbage can fell before I got to finish my sentence. So anyways, really bad start to this video. And I'm just, bro, I don't even know anymore. Before we really get into the Miami versus Michigan State reaction, breakdown, whatever you want to call it, I just want to make it known that, guys, this is so much deeper than just wins and losses. And this is more than just the 2021 season. This stuff goes back into last year, things that have carried over to this season. And I want to let you guys know that I do agree. Manny Diaz is 100% over his head. I was hopeful that maybe he could surround himself with a competent staff that could kind of carry this program and lead us to victory, to the playoffs or a national championship, or at least an ACC championship game appearance. But that's probably not going to happen. And I know, Coop, you're overreacting. The ACC games haven't even started yet. The Canes are 1-2. We can bounce back. Listen to me, bro. I like the positivity. I like the energy. But the way that this team is playing, the way that this team has been coached, I am not very hopeful right now for the future. I don't care who the heck we're playing. We'll get a feel-good game next week against who the heck are they? Central Connecticut Blue Devils? That'll be like a little feel-good game. We'll stomp. You know what? Let's move on. So anyways, what went wrong specifically in this game? Because that first drive offensively for us looked very promising. We were moving the ball through the air. Everything looked great. We were very hopeful. But then all of a sudden in that first drive, De'Aaron King fumbles the ball. Michigan State recovers, and then it's just disaster after disaster after that. Borregales misses a 27-yard field goal. King just keeps getting beat up. The O-line can't hold up, and we can't get the run game going. Big surprise, right? Will Mallory missed a big-time catch that cost us after we've been yelling and screaming that we target him more. I guess I see now why we haven't. He was clocked via GPS running like 24 miles per hour at practice. But if he can't catch the ball, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. De'Aaron King's passes continuously looked just flat and low and really didn't seem to have any zip on it most of the time. And Mike Harley was touch and go. But I will say that this was the Charleston Rambo show. Rambo went off in this game. And here in just a bit, we'll look at his individual stats for it. But one of our biggest threats, one of our most important players now on offense is, guess what? A transfer. We picked up Rambo in the transfer portal. So that's a good thing that, the transfer portal's there and it can have an immediate impact. But this is a continuous thing for the Miami Hurricanes, that our biggest impact players are typically guys that we didn't even recruit or that we didn't even land. They're guys that have transferred here. And I will say that the defense overall as a whole did look better. But when I say better, I still don't mean good. We cannot tackle, period. And we didn't force any turnovers. Michigan State forced 4. And to be completely honest with you, I don't even think that Michigan State played that well this afternoon. I think that the Miami Hurricanes just played that bad. And I'm not trying to take away from Michigan State's victory. They did a lot of things right, and they did what they had to do to get the win. But there's no denying that the Miami Hurricanes had plenty of opportunities to take the lead and potentially put this game away. It was right there. And we couldn't do it. And I appreciate having a quarterback like D'Eriq King that showed some heart and fight and grit this afternoon and continued to stay in after he got hit, over and over. And he's already battled an injury, and then he potentially hurt his shoulder in this game. But at the end of the day, I think that him staying in potentially hurt us more than it helped us. But at the same time, who's quarterback number 2? It's going to be Tyler Van Dyke, right? And with the way that this O-line is performing, D'Eriq King is more elusive than Tyler Van Dyke. So what's TBD really going to do in there? And then people are going to say, Coop, what about Jake Garcia? Jake Garcia's he's not had enough time at the college level yet. He only has one off season at the college level with the Miami Hurricanes. So it would be Tyler Van Dyke that would come in and replace D'Eriq King. So my question, I asked this in the live stream today, and let me know in the comments what you think. Where do you draw that line? Where do you decide, hey, I appreciate you showing some heart and some fight, but if you're playing injured, if you're not 100%, you're hurting this football team right now, and we think that you should take a seat. Where do you draw that line? Should it have been drawn this afternoon? You tell me. I just honestly, truly feel like at this point, the Miami Hurricanes are all hype and nothing else. We truly are just all talk, and we don't back it up. So Michigan State moves on and is now undefeated, 3-0. Their second year with Mel Tucker, they look very much improved. The Miami Hurricanes are 1-2 with losses to Alabama and Michigan State before we go into a cupcake next week. It just really scares me thinking about how close the Miami Hurricanes were to being 0-3. Literally, we were a mere couple of points away from winning no football games so far this season. And that's a scary thought. I think that Manny Diaz's record right now is like 15-12 or some terrible statistic like that. I've tried to remove it from my brain, so I don't specifically remember what it is, but it's not good. So like I said, Rambo shined, but otherwise, man, I don't know. I just don't have a whole lot of positives I can pull from this game. There were a few young guys that made it home, and we did get pressure on Peyton Thorne. But let's go over and take a look at ESPN over at the stats. And let's just see here. I realize that this video isn't as well put together as a lot of my older ones are. But listen, bro, I've whacked my head twice today falling out of a garbage can. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm sweaty. I'm hungry. We just lost the game. So there's that, okay? So Miami lost, as we know, 38-17. 6 of 17 third down efficiency. It's whatever. Fourth downs, 3 of 4. I did like when we made the call to go for it on fourth down that ended up leading to a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. So I do like that, being a little more aggressive. 440 total yards for us. 388 of that was passing. 52 rushing yards. I already said it. We still continue to not be able to get the run game going, but I'm disappointed that we didn't get to see more Cody Brown and Thad Franklin. Are those guys really just not prepared? Is seniority that big of a deal? Is the coaching that bad that we don't have those guys prepared? Because, our number 2 guy went down. Our other number 2 guy is suspended. We've got to have these guys ready to play. We saw Cody Brown for like a couple snaps, but I don't think he was ever given the ball. We'll see when we look at the individual stats here, but that's super frustrating. 10 penalties for 93 yards. Don't hit me with that garbage that the referees cost us the game. I heard plenty of people calling into shows after this game, and they were telling, the host that, listen, the referees cost us this game. The referees did not lose us this game. Maybe there was a few questionable calls, but that's every single game. If we capitalized on all those opportunities that we had, it wouldn't be in the refs' hands anyways. Remove the referees from the game, a non-refereed game, no officials, and we still would have lost. And that's me just being blunt and honest with you guys. Time of possession was roughly even. If we take a look at individual stats, De'Aaron King, 38 of 59 for 388 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also 2 interceptions. Peyton Thorne was 18 of 31, 261 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions from that guy. Cameron Harris, 11 carries, 44 yards. That's an average of roughly 4 per carry. Kenneth Walker, 27 carries for 172 yards. All they had to do basically was bounce Walker to the outside because we cannot contain, period. They couldn't run it up the gut. We got a little bit bigger bodies in there, Nesta and some other guys to stuff it, but if they bounce it to the outside, it's over. And all these teams have this blueprint for us now for the rest of the season, so that's very scary. Rambo, flipping standing ovation for Charleston Rambo. 12 receptions for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. The man tried to carry the team on his back, but one man can't do it all. Like I said, Harley was touch and go, 4 receptions for 51. Keyshawn, 4 for 50. Mallory, 3 for 36, but he dropped it when it was important. It was a breath of fresh air to get to see Brinson get some play time, 3 for 33 yards. We need to target him more. There was a D. Wiggins sighting. Let's see. What else do we have? De'Aaron King with the 2 fumbles. Defensively, how many sacks did we have? 3? 3 sacks. 1 from Chance Williams, 1 from Corey Flagg, and 1 from Steed. Bubba Bolden led. 10 total tackles, 8 solo tackles. But I don't even want to sit here and talk about the defense because at the end of the day, we're still taking poor angles, bad positioning, and we still can't tackle. I wish I had more good news to give you. I wish I could be positive, upbeat, Coop, but I'm struggling right now, man. And like I said, it's more than wins and losses. Even if we would have pulled it out and won this game, it would still be tough because I feel like we're being out-coached, we're being out-schemed, we're being outplayed on both sides of the ball, just up and down the field. And I just don't have a lot of things that I can reach to right now. And it's just so disheartening because we have the entire season left to go in front of us. And I'm real worried that we struggle with more than half of those games. Honestly, I'm just being real with you. And I've stood in the paint and backed Manny Diaz and said, this guy's willing to make changes. Let's ride it out. Let's see what he can do. But I'm not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel right now, bro. But I'm trying to keep it about this game specifically. We'll talk more about Manny Diaz and the coaching staff and vent about other things. But you guys can plug anything you want down in the comment section. Let loose. Let me have it. Let the coaching staff have it. I don't care. Whatever you want to talk about, let's chat it up down in the comment section. Miami falls to 1-2, losing to Michigan State 38-17. Coop is retiring the garbage can because I'm going to end up breaking an arm or a leg or something like that with that thing. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Sorry for a bummer of a video, but it is what it is. That's where we stand right now. I'm tired of being mediocre. I'm tired of being all hype and all talk. It gets old, man. Real old. So remember though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family. But at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Coach Coop, peace out.